Rex, and today we're going to be reviewing another one of my Hero Factory mocks, and today it is Skystorm, which is actually one of my previous mocks, but this time he's kinda sorta better. Now upgraded with better armor and maybe a better look, Skystorm is different now. If you don't know, Skystorm is actually the first mock I posted on this channel. So if you want to go check him out, just go onto my channel. You know, you can set it to arrange videos from oldest to newest, and you'll see him. He has the same helmet here with the Surge mask you can see down there, and then this visor from Surge as well. He also has similar color schemes and some similar wings. Yeah, so this is an updated version of Skystorm. I wanted to do this because I figured why not, and for story purposes. Basically, he gets new armor that's better able to stand up against the beast that he's fighting. So yeah, that's basically the overview of this guy, but let's get more in depth on this. Unfortunately, I don't have the old Skystorm to compare this with because they're pretty much built with the same parts, you know, so I can't build them at the same time. But if you want to, you can pull that up like next to the, if you're watching this, you can pull the old one up next to this one and kind of compare them. First off, one thing I did want to get or capture from the old Skystorm was the wings. And the wings were really cool. They didn't originally have these missiles on them, but this, like, let's just cover this up. Yeah, that was basically the wing, and they were connected up at towards the front of the vehicle mode, and it just looked really cool. I got some of the same colors, yeah, like the silver. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you had silver and some gunmetal, a little bit of black. Well, not really. Yeah, right here, the black is right here. Got some silver up here at the drone piece, and the transparent neon green, which you have up here, and on the missiles and on the visor, of course. But I also took the liberty of balancing his color scheme a little bit better, because the old one was kind of all over the place in terms of colors. You know, he had like red Technic parts and like blue, a blue helmet, and that was like the only blue on here. So as you can see, mostly up front, I kind of added more blue into the color schemes so that the helmet didn't look so out of place. And then I added these little yellow spikes here and here just as like accents to make them look better. So yeah, he's a fair bit different. I know the old one was like definitely thinner than this, like maybe more like this thickness, or about this thickness, maybe right here. And it didn't have quite so wide of a back, but this one is an update, so of course it's gonna look a bit different. I think I did a pretty good job with this. It calls back to the original Skystorm enough, I feel, and it looks pretty good. You know, there's some things I think are definitely better on the old one, but as an update and with new armor, I think it's pretty good for what I did. Hero Factory logo up front, and yeah, it's yeah, I think it's pretty good, like I said, just as an update. But you know, like I said, it's in some areas I feel like the old one is just a bit better, just in terms of like looks and stuff. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into transformation. So to transform this guy, it's not exactly very much similar to the old one, but it's satisfying enough. So bring him in, and first thing you're gonna do, split the hands, which is just connected with a red axle. Straighten these out, and then just pull those down. And those are his arms, of course. Just like that. Pull the wings up to get them out of the way. The wings don't really transform much, they just kind of go up and down throughout the transformation. Next, what you want to do is put it on its bottom, pull out the legs, spin those around this way. So you see the bottom of the ship is also the front of the figure. So spin those out, and there you go. Now you can stand them up. And I think he might be the same height as in his old form. I'm not sure because I don't have them to compare. But if I did the measurements correctly, he should be the same height as his old form. But that aside, he actually might be a little bit taller. Anyway, let's focus on the transformation. So next, what you want to do, spin this around. Then I'm going to pull this down. It's just connected with a small bone piece. Just get that out of the way. I'm going to take these and spin them like this. That the flatter part of the bone piece is on the side of the chest plate, and then kind of move it up like so. You can do that on both sides, like so. And then kind of flatten these wings. They're attached. Let's see if I can with that piece. You can't really see that, but I'll show you more in robot mode. Basically, it'll just go like this, and this will be as flat as you can get them. Then you're just gonna put this over the missiles. Popped off. Rats. Alright, so put that over the missiles, and there you have his back done. Now let me grab that part real quick. And here it is. So this, you're going to just take this and kind of press it down all the way onto here. So it's just going to go all the way up there and press down, just like so. And then you have his back completely done. Now to the front, it's probably the best homage I could do to the original's kind of torso and chest. You pull this down, and then you fold it onto the chest, like so. Pull his head down, flip his visor down, and position this how you want. On a ball joint, it just goes up and down. Now let's pull his arms down, and there you have the new and somewhat improved Skystorm in his robot mode. Now here's the part of the video where I become unsure of the mock and whether it really is much of an upgrade to the old one. Let's just go over its basic features though before I get into comparisons. So here you have him, and you can see already he's pretty posable. He has this chest here. It's made out of a couple of shells which are all attached to a small torso piece. You can kind of see in there, yeah, just attached to all that. This is attached to the top of that mini torso, and these to the side. Like I said, in vehicle mode, he has these yellow spikes on here, which he didn't have before, just to add some accents. I think he definitely looks better with them. Without them, he just looks kind of plain and smooth. You can see his legs. Down here you have the like silver boots I have here. Got some black shells here. Fortunately, those are the only like solid black shells on him, so that's kind of unfortunate. Most of the other darker than silver colors are gunmetal, so yeah, there is that. But other than that, he's just definitely better balanced in terms of color. He has these trans dark blue shells here in 3 long sides. He has these blue hands here. Yeah, the blue chest and the blue helmet, of course, so it's spread more throughout. Mostly in his torso, though. So he has these wings back here, which stick up on his back, just like in the old version. Gives him a nice silhouette. And then you have these like plates on his back. And then this little drone piece I put here just because I could, like as like rear stabilizers or something. On his back, just doesn't really do much. You could just deploy it as a drone if you want. Then you have these missiles, which covered up, they don't really do much, but if you were to just move this out the way, like so, then you could totally just fire those. They're just normal flick fire missiles. So yeah, pretty straightforward. A lot like the old one in many ways, but the thing I'm not so sure about is this torso piece here, and I'll talk more about that in the next segment. Like I previously mentioned, this torso piece is attached to one of the smaller torso parts, so that it folds out and then comes up over his head in vehicle mode. Problem with this torso is that it sticks out quite far, and then from the front, I just can't decide how much I like this or how much I don't like it. Like, it just looks odd in some way. Like, it just doesn't work for me. I think his older torso was definitely better in that respect. I think it looks better. I mean, I'm still not sure how to feel about this one. It's just kind of a hit or miss thing for me, and I'm not sure if it's a hit or miss, so yeah, there is that. It has enough coverage, it's just it looks kind of bare. His shoulders, you can see here, they have nothing on them, so that is one thing I didn't like about it before. It's grown on me just a little, but like I said, especially from just the front view, not sure how I like that. Yeah, it's just kind of awkward for me, I guess. From the side it looks okay, it even looks really cool, but from the front, I don't know. Did manage to get that Hero Factory logo in there, which I thought was definitely important. I'm going to try to do that with all the mocks that are heroes from now on, just that you know. I mean, they still have their quasicores and stuff, so yeah. But yeah, that's basically robot mode. Now as for weapons, he doesn't really have weapons in like the traditional sense. I mean, you know, they're physical. He has these like little lightning blades that came with Surge 5.0. They're not as much weapons as just constructs, because the original Skystorm, he had electric powers, so, you know, I didn't give him any weapons then because I didn't need to. He had these like blades on his arm that he could use if he wanted to just like shoot lightning. But now he just like constructs lightning blades and he'll fight you with them. So yeah, pretty simple, but I think that's all he really needs. I mean, he's a ship, he's a fighter, he makes lightning blades. Hey, Naruto reference there, but yeah. That's really all I felt that he really needed, just a little callback to the original where he didn't really have weapons. I mean, obviously these can be considered weapons, but in context of like the story and the universe, they're just like constructions made of lightning that he can use to fight people. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for now. Like I said at the beginning, this is supposed to be kind of a revamp of an old mock, or more of an update, I guess. But, and I mean, I said that earlier in the video, but like I also said earlier in the video, I'm not sure how much I like this versus the old one. The old one was really cool. It wasn't balanced in color, but and it may not have been even one of my best mocks, but I really liked that old thing. That was definitely one of my favorite mocks, like, on the channel, or just that I built. And it just, when I think about this one in regards to the old one, I think that I'd actually have to say that the old one is better. It just, I don't know. I just like it so much more. The way the vehicle mode looks, the way the robot mode looks, just the way he functions and stuff. And like I said, probably a lot of that would probably be just how the way the torso looks. I just can't decide how much I like this. And for that reason, and not even just that reason, but I think the old one is just cooler in a lot of ways. Though, to be, like, fair, this one definitely looks better in terms of, like, colors and stuff. But yeah, so there's your look at the new Skystorm. And as for the story on this guy, I mentioned earlier that, you know, it's just, he basically got better armor from Hero Factory so that he could be able to fight Beast and, you know, stand up to them longer. That the armor could withhold, or, like, sustain greater pressures from biting, and it wouldn't break as easily. And they're all using this from their production of the robot Beast, sort of. And as for the story, I'll definitely roll that out soon in like chapter form, or, you know, in words that you guys can actually read it and then understand what's going on. But yeah, that's all I have to say for now. So thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like if you did enjoy the video, and hopefully you subscribe to see more mock content. And yeah, I'll see you guys later.